Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christy, and today I am coming to you from Purtis Creek State Park, but I am car camping. I know it's been a month since my last video, but my precious little Gidget camper has found a new home with some precious people. Thank you so much, Brent and Gail, not just for purchasing Gidget, but for your reassuring me that you're going to take such good care of my baby, and for for just visiting with me for a while. I really enjoyed that. Hope you guys had a safe trip all the way back home to Iowa. So now here I am. I am on the hunt for a van. I've yet to find one. I will find that, but I want to take my time to find the right deal. So I may be car camping for a little while. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world, and certainly if I was going to live in it, I would pull the seats out and, make it very livable. But since I don't know if I'm going to be camping for a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months until I find the right deal, every time that you see a video, I'm probably going to have a different layout or something different inside here because I will be tweaking it as I go. So I just wanted to kind of give you an update where I am. I probably won't show you much on Purtis Creek because I've been here before and I have reviewed the park. But I just wanted to give you an update that I did sell my little Gidget. I am still here, and I'm going to be car camping state parks. So if you want to stick around, I'll give you a quick little tour of what the car looks like. I have car camped before. This is a little different version of that because I have purchased a major power supply system it will be for the van. I'm using it currently in the car, so it takes up a lot of space that I have not had to allocate for that before. And I'm sure you guys are going to see a lot of different versions of this in the next videos as I sort of tweak it to make it a little more comfortable. Although I hope you don't see too many versions. I hope I have the van before then and I can move all of my things into the van into a much more efficient sort of layout. I have to say, this might sound a little bit like a commercial for a Jackary, but I'm not sponsored by them. I have a smaller one that I've used for years, and I bought this guy. It's a Jackary 2000 Plus. I bought it for the van. It's kind of big, obviously, for a car application, but for right now, it's working. And I've had it's not called a refrigerator, it's just an electric cooler, and it's tiny, but it's all that I had. I'll get a bigger one for the van, but it's been running that and this electric blanket that my daughter let me borrow. It's Texas, but it's actually really cold in Texas right now, and it's been running both of those just fine, and with both of them plugged in and running right now, of course the electric blanket cycles, you can see output anywhere from 160 to 50 watts. So if you are somebody who pays attention or knows what that is, that's not very much power being pulled from the Jackary to run both of them all night long. Now there is a power pole right outside of where I'm parked, and I could just run the extension cord through the window, but I didn't want to do that, and we have some rain coming in, so I'm really just kind of testing the limits of the Jackary. And it does also, I could charge it from the shore power, I could charge it from solar panels or DC power while driving down the road. So love that thing. I'll show you my little electric cooler if anybody's interested, but it holds very little. And I've had this thing for a while, and again, it's not a refrigerator, it's called an electric cooler. It doesn't hold much. It's lasted for a long time, but it's DC power only, so that's your cigarette lighter, if I know people still call it that. Like I said, it doesn't hold a whole lot, but I could probably get 6 bottles of water in there if I only had that. And then I've just got some lunch meat and stuff in here, and some eggs that I have. A little low on groceries right now. I've been meal prepping, so I need to get that filled back up. But that's the space that it has. Give you a better look here. So it is tiny in there. It also does have, and I'm not sure what application I would use this for, but it does have on here where you can change it to heat. Instead of it becoming a cooler, it is a warmer of sorts. And I'll tell you that it really does work, because I accidentally turned it on warmer and I cooked some food that I had in there and I ruined it. But I'll link that for you. And you guys may have seen some of my car camping videos before, so I won't go into big detail about all this, but right now this is my current setup. Because I don't know if I'm going to be in the car for a week or a month, I really have a lot of stuff in here, so I do have to get better organized. But here's how it is right now. I'll sort of update as I go camping, but I keep my jeans and stuff on top here. They don't move when I'm traveling. I do bungee my little 3-drawer thing here. In the top drawer, I keep my personal hygiene items. In the second drawer, I just have my plates and bowls and things like that. And in the bottom drawer, I do have some clothing. It's more of a pain to get to, so stuff in the bottom drawer is the stuff I don't use as much. And moving around from there, I just keep my dry goods and groceries. I do have some medicines in here. I don't take medicine on a regular basis, but I have allergy meds and Tylenol and that kind of stuff in here, along with some of my groceries. But I just have it sitting in this little tote that I remove. I have it sitting on top of my clothing, which I'll show you here. And then when I want to get to my regular shirts and stuff, I just set that aside, and I use this cargo, like car carrier, trunk carrier. And the one thing I like is I have a ton of clothes in here, which if you're car camping for a weekend, you don't need. But like right now, I live in here for now temporarily. So I have a lot of clothes in here, and I'll show you where I keep the rest of them. But I like these little cargo carriers because you can just put little things all the way around the side. So I've got scissors, a knife, my flashlight, which is incredibly important, laundry, change and stuff like that. So I keep all that in there just kind of at the ready. And there's my smaller Jackary that I told you guys about, which you've probably seen in 100 videos. But I love this thing. It's the 160. And I just keep my iPhone and iPad charged on that whenever I'm not using the big Jackary. And my birthday is the 13th. And a friend of mine got me these wonderful little USB hand warmers. These things are actually pretty awesome and have saved me on this really cold Texas camping right now. And from there, I always keep behind the driver's seat empty. I can sit here, put my shoes on. It's easy to get in and out there, and then I just have this storage on the back of the seat, which could be better utilized. Again, I just started doing this, so I've just got some trash bags in there, some scissors, my laundry, detergent, dryer sheets, extra bungee cords and things like that, and I know that can definitely be utilized much better, but that's what I'm using as right now. So in my other floorboard, just above where I sleep, or below where I sleep rather, I have another one of those cargo carriers, and I have towels. They're not folded real well right now, and I have a few things just rolled over here on the side, but I do have extra clothing in here. It holds a lot of stuff. It's just the stuff that I don't get to, all day long. And then to the side, I just tuck in my window coverings over here beside the bed, and I have got an extra tarp if I need it for anything. Currently, I don't have the window coverings on, but I do have the screens on, so I can roll the windows down and get a little bit of ventilation in here without getting any critters. So this is just a little side note for those people who are here for the car camping part of the video. One of the things that I see people talk about a lot on the forums is how in the world do you stay warm in the vehicles when it's cold outside. Again, I'm from Texas. It doesn't normally get this cold. We've got some temps in the 30s, down the 20s, and we're going to be in actually the single digits coming up, which is not necessarily normal for us, but I'm going to be in this. When I'm sleeping in the car, I do crack the window a tiny bit to kind of keep down on the condensation. Some people say you don't have to do that, but for me, it's not something that I want to risk, especially with it being so much warmer inside than it is outside. I also grabbed a couple of these little packs from Amazon, and they're supposed to help with mold and mildew and excess moisture. I just thought I would throw them in here while I'm car camping, because it is going to build up in here a little bit when it's so much warmer in here than it is outdoors. Okay, as far as heat, I know that you can buy sleeping bags, and a lot of people use them and they work great for them, that are, for super cold temperatures. I'm not a person that likes to be confined, so a sleeping bag, even unzipped, I don't like feeling that confined. So I have 4 blankets that do okay when the temp's in like 40s. My daughter let me borrow this. I'm gonna buy one, but it was 32 degrees outside, and this thing made a world of difference. Oh my goodness. So I just plugged my electric blanket into my power source, which is my Jackary power supply here. But I met a lady last week, and I didn't get to come back. I was supposed to come back and visit with her, and I didn't get a chance to. Donna, it was so nice meeting you. It was her first time to car camp in her van by herself. Her I think it was a Toyota Sienna, I believe. Super, super nice lady. Donna, I'm sorry I didn't get your contact information. You have my card. Please email me so we can stay in touch. It was super nice meeting you. But anyway, what I think she did was, I think she put the cord for the electric blanket, you know, just cracked the window and dropped it down and plugged it into the power source here at the state park. So I think that is certainly a viable option for someone. And I'm telling you, this electric blanket made a huge difference for me last night. So as warm and nice as the electric blanket is, it is cold in here in the morning when I get up. So I usually just start the car, let it get warmed up a little bit, and then I'll drive down to the facilities. I don't currently have an emergency bucket in here. Tried that before on another trip. That's something I won't repeat in such a small space. But again, this is not permanent for me. This is temporary, hopefully extremely temporary. So I'll not carry around a little bucket with me for now. I'll drive to the facility. Admittedly, I do miss my little Gidget a little bit, but I did have my first sort of, oh yeah, kind of moment in that the first spot that I had here at Purtis Creek, it was nice. I mean, a lot of the spots here are really nice, but I wanted a water spot and there was nothing available. And I saw my neighbor, you know, pull out, and so I just went up to the front and said, hey, can we put me in a different spot? This one looks open. And so I just moved to another spot. There was no setting up and breaking down. It was, I literally got in the driver's seat, pulled over a few spaces and backed in, and then I have a water view, which was nice. I never in a million years would have taken the time and effort to break down the Casita to move over a few spaces just for one night. Not knocking the Casita, because you guys know I loved it, but just for the ease of me on a whim saying, you know what, I want that space. It was no big deal to move. My power supply and everything is indoors, because even though I'm in a state park right now, I'm off grid. I'm running off of my power supply. And if it got low, I could plug it into the shore power outside. It takes 2 hours to charge my Jackary from 0% to 100%. And it does have pass-through, so I can be charging it and still running my refrigerator on it, or my electric cooler on it at the same time. So it takes no time to get my power system back up, and then I am completely inside the car for travel purposes. And I really, really like that. So since it's been a month, I just wanted to give you guys an update video on where things are. And it may be a few weeks before the next video. As I said, we've got some significant weather for Texas anyways coming in. We have some ice and snow and some really cold temps for us, and we're just not equipped necessarily for that. And our roads are not equipped. Our vehicles are not equipped as much. And people don't have the driving skills that they do in other places. But it's also, I've got my birthday coming up, so I've got some things planned for that where I will be stationary. So maybe a few more weeks before you guys see another video where I'm back to reviewing the state parks. But I hope you like this one. Remember to always enjoy those little things, and we'll see you next time.